How accessible your content is should always matter. Let me take you through the knowledge needed to ensure everyone can consume and enjoy your content. In this video, we'll talk about what accessibility means, which will encompass the following topics. Why does accessibility matter? Who and what is the WAI, W3C, and WCAG? How can accessibility impact business? And lastly, what is our commitment versus our collaboration? First, let's identify why accessibility matters for your content. About 16% of the world's population live with some form of disability. These include visual, cognitive, auditory, physical, and speech disabilities that make performing specific actions or interacting with the world, whether online or offline, more difficult. To combat this, laws and guidelines like WCAG have been set in place to ensure that people with disabilities have the same rights and opportunities as everyone else. With that in mind, currently about 97.4% of live web content is not accessible. This means there's a lot of content out there that doesn't reach people with disabilities. Now let's identify what accessibility is and what it means for content to be accessible. As inventor of the World Wide Web and director of W3C, Tim Berners-Lee states that the power of the web is in its universality. Access by everyone, regardless of disability, is an essential aspect. This means that accessibility doesn't discriminate. It ensures everyone can perceive, interact, understand, and interpret web content and tools. What is the W3C? It stands for the World Wide Web Consortium, which is the organization where the Web Accessibility Initiative, or WAI, originates. This initiative is responsible for the WCAG guidelines, or often referred to as WCAG guidelines. Not familiar with WCAG? Don't worry, I'll walk you through it. WCAG, or WCAG, stands for Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. It's composed of 4 key pillars: perceivable, operable, robust, and understandable. The WCAG is an internationally referenced set of guidelines that's on a quest to help standardize the practice of ensuring web content is built to be experienced by all. As a result, other government policies related to accessibility have come into effect, such as the ADA, Americans Disability Act, and Section 508 of the Rehabilitation Act in the US, and the Web and Mobile Accessibility Directive in Europe, to name a few. Creating and distributing accessible content can hinder your success and harm your business. Oh, on the contrary. By incorporating accessibility into your content creation process, you can expand your audience, improve your brand image, and improve your SEO ranking. This is all possible due to the requirements needed to ensure your web content is accessible. Improving web accessibility not only enhances your brand awareness, but also boosts your searchability online. By making your content accessible, you provide algorithms with a wealth of data to analyze, resulting in increased visibility and improved rankings in search results. At the very least, you can expand your reach and engage with an audience who are interested in hearing your message, even if you hadn't previously realized their potential interest. Now, the big question: what does Foleon do to help you achieve these goals? Foleon is committed to providing you with software that is both operable and robust. However, it is ultimately up to you to apply the accessibility guidelines to the content experiences you create. We like to call this our commitment versus your responsibility. You, as a content creator, are responsible for most of the perceivable and understandable aspects of the WCAG guidelines, which we'll cover in upcoming videos. Now that you know what accessibility means and why it's so important, it's time to start making your content accessible. If you're interested in diving deeper into accessibility, feel free to explore the WAI's website at www.w3c.org/WAI/. Need some help? Contact our professional services team. We're happy to use our expertise to help you create content that's meant for everyone to consume. We've really taken you on a fast-track journey through what it means to be accessible. Next, you'll learn how to best structure your content for accessibility. Thank you and stay tuned for the next video.